Recording? It is. All right, let's look at this. We're talking about the cosine add and subtract formulas for trig. Okay, so we already did the sine, and we saw that we didn't even need a calculator when we used the sine. But also our answers are kind of limited because you are going to use only angles that you find in the unit circle. So everyone make sure you have a unit circle handy. So we're only going to use the angles that are in the unit circle. So thus, you look at the points around there. The points around there are going to be either, 1/2, negative 1/2. Root 2 over 2, negative root 2 over 2. Root 3 over 2, negative root 3 over 2. So you want to make sure that we're keeping with the angles like we did yesterday. And then somebody help me out. We have plus minus, but over here we have minus plus. What do you think that means? No.
If you add something, then you have to subtract.
So if we did the cosine of A plus B, then we would have, our cosine AB, and we did it with minus the sine of A times sine of B. Okay. And the other one is just the opposite, right? If you're subtracting the two, equals. You're going to have addition instead of subtraction. So whenever you have within one formula, it says plus minus and then minus plus, it just means that you're going to have different signs. Right here between the two products, we subtract when we add. When we subtract, we add. All right. When we add, we subtract. When we subtract, we add. Just like so. So from that, I just want to do 2 example problems and set you loose on it. Everyone have the unit circle handy? You got it. Yeah, good. Let's do example 1. So remember, we're doing addition this time. So I want you to tell, or actually work with a partner and figure out what 2 degree measures you add to get 165. What 2 degree measures are we going to try to add to get 165? You can see 165 is not on there because it's not one of our equivalent to a radian that we use.
Yeah.
So there's no 15 degrees into that. Oh, I see. Got it. And there's going to be a bunch of options. So let's look at, let's see. Mel, what 2 angles did you choose?
I chose 135 and 30.
135 and 30. Okay. Good. That was different than what I was thinking. It doesn't matter because that would work the exact same, get the same answer. How about some along the window? What'd you use? Ava? Yeah, that's the one I was thinking as well. Just because I know that the 45 has that root 2 over 2. I like that. It's going to make it easy for me. How about door side? What 2 angles are you using?
135 and 30.
You got that one too. Okay. So we have 2 choices. We could probably work hard and find another, but we'll stay with these. So I'm going to use the 120 and 45. And now all we have to do is, let's look and actually see. Compared to the sine add subtract formula, what's the one key difference with the cosine? What's different between this and that one? That's one way we can remember it. Just don't notice it. Just looking at this, what's the difference between this one and this one? Is there anything noticeable that you're like, that's definitely different? Yeah. Sine, cosine, cosine, sine. What do we have with the law, or the add subtract for cosine? Cosine, cosine, sine, sine. I think actually cosine is more succinct. It makes it nicer. I mean, you could switch these if you want to think of it that way, but I just put A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. So we like this one because it's kind of symmetric. Yep. So let's go for it. Cosine 120 plus 45. And that's going to equal, let's look at it. We're going cosine A, cosine B. Cosine 45. And then since we're adding, what am I going to put between my 2 products? Subtraction. Minus. And we look over there, just double check. Yep, sine A, sine B. So we're going to go sine of 120 times the sine of 45. So if you're already working with 35 and 30, keep working, and we'll see we get the same answer. Because there's such limited numbers of x and y's within each ordered pair around that unit circle. They're going to end up being the same sometimes. All right, everybody turn to the unit circle, just so I know you're working on, just to help with this part. If you're working on the other one, just help with this part. Cosine is related to? Yeah, x. Okay, cos my x. So let's find the x value at 120 degrees. Let's look at that ordered pair right by 120, negative 1/2, right? Negative 1/2. Got it? And then cosine of 45, that's the one that's pi over 4. That one's straight up root 2 over 2 minus. Go to 120, find the sine, that's root 3 over 2. And this one's going to be that root 2 over 2. Everyone okay with how I pulled those out? We did. It's just like yesterday, right? Okay. We don't have to use a calculator. Who missed yesterday? Remind me, who was absent yesterday? No one here. All right. And then we go back in. Let's remember that with multiplication of fractions, we multiply straight across, straight across. So essentially, we're going to find an answer for this and then a product for that as well. So we're going to get negative root 2 over 4. I don't need those anymore. Negative root 2 over 4. And over here, we're going to get minus a root 6 over 4. Looks similar, right? And the answer is going to look similar to yesterday because, again, those ordered pairs have limited variety in it. Equals negative root 2 minus root 6 over 4. Good catch. Got it. Got tangled. All right, thumbs up, sideways down for this. We've seen it again. Feeling confidence. Does see a lot of confidence. That's good. Almost like too easy, right?
Yeah. No.
All right. Not going that far. But it is doable. Very doable. All right. I'm going to erase this. Clear out the board a little. Let's do this one with subtraction. So I'm just going to bring this up here. The sine of what degree minus what degree gives us 15. This one can have a bunch of different options. So look at your unit circle. Think about what subtracts from that. Yeah, that would totally work. Try to find just another one for fun. Like try to find one over here minus something else. Just for fun. You got one too. There's a bunch, right? You can start to see there's so many. What's the other one you got?
315 minus 300.
Never thought about just using that, huh?
330 minus 315.
Yeah. Really, the increment between is what you're looking for, huh? So that's going to be, if you were trying to find 30, that would be 60.
240 minus 225.
Yeah, that would be 15 as well. So really, any adjacent, looks like almost any adjacent, not really. Yeah, 15. That's 20.
150.
Yeah, that's 30. So there's some that don't work, but
Yeah.
in these groups, they always work 15s. Good observation. Okay, let's get just a list of things that would work. So Haley, which two did you want to use?
I did 60 and 45.
Oh, 60 and 45. Okay, good. Keep them coming. Who has another one? Yeah.
45 and 30.
Nice. That one keeps the first quadrant kind of like lower, the lowest you can go here. How about some like fourth quadrant or like some higher numbers? Anyone go for that?
330 minus 315.
Perfect. No.
225 minus 210.
All of these will work, right? Anyone have a fifth one? Fifth one? Nat?
150 minus 135.
Ooh, that's a good one. All right, I want you all to do the problem with the angle measures you selected. And we're going to see something, hopefully, similarity with our answers. So let's get started with it. Is there anyone who named an angle here and they want me to do theirs in particular? You just feel like you could do this. So I do it in fast forward. How about you do it in fast forward? Some of you are giving me some blank stares. And I'll take them. All right, I'm going to do this one. 45 minus 30. Okay. So again, here we're using the sign. Yeah, that's fine. Shoot. I had that one up, huh? I think I copied it down because I wanted this to be cosine because we're doing cosine. So I'm sorry if you have to erase it. I want you to do cosine. But honestly, you might use some of the same stuff. No, you won't. Sorry. Try to make that. No, you will use some of the same information. Don't do it again. That's fine. How fast can you do it then? Probably really fast. So we're going to still use the cosine, right? Because we're doing subtraction, we have to just remember that we're going to do addition between the two products. So I'm going to go the cosine of this 45 degrees minus 30. Essentially, that's my A and my B. Okay, so cosine A, cosine B. Cosine of 45. Cosine of 30. Now, why didn't I put negative 30 here? Because I'm subtracting these two angles, and the angles are 45 and 30. They happen to be subtracted, but we do not input negative 30 degrees here. It's all worked out, actually, by this addition right here. So we'll go sine 45, sine 30. Okay, cosine of 45 is root 2 over 2. Cosine of 30, root 3 over 2. Sine of 45, root 2. Sine of 30, 1/2. No calculator needed. No calculators needed. Multiply straight across. Root 6 over 4 plus root 2 over 4. These are all looking the same because, again, the same set of angles that we're using every time. Who got this as your answer no matter what angle you use? Ah, what a perfect experiment. Okay. So you see the combinations are up to you. I'm going to let you select those, which ones you use. So I'm actually really confident you guys with this. How are we feeling? Thumbs up, sideways, down? Feeling thumbs up. Good, everybody. Perfect. 100% confetti falling from the sky. All right. I am giving up on new subscribers, so I'll say if you have subscribed, don't unsubscribe ever. All right, bye.